Hey everyone, and welcome back. I'm going to show you how to make a motorized Santa Claus that waves that you can strap to your roof. Please note there's a risk factor, so be sure to use caution when you're up on your roof.
Hurry down the chimney tonight.
So I had a vision of getting a full-size Santa up on my roof near the chimney, waving to everyone below. So here is the basic structure of my build so far. As always, 3/4 PVCs. Here's where his arm's going to be, where he's going to be waving. So the motor will be mounted down here in this area on some plywood. So the wooden platform is now set in place. I got 2 screws on each side, which goes into the PVC bar going across from each side underneath. And I'll back out. So I'm just going to put the coat on, see how things are sizing up right now before we go and put the motor in. And once he is set and the motor's running, his arm will be going like this. I will be using number 10 bolts along with nylon lock nuts and some washers. Now with my PVC arm connected to the wiper motor, I'm going to have it lay like this to get our measurements. Keep this bolt loose so this way you can move it around before you tighten everything together. So we're going to put it in the most extended point in the arm, which would be there. And then all we're going to have to do is just line it up a little bit, pull this down, so this way it's not hitting. Okay, now that I've measured and I have slimmed down the other end of the PVC, next up we will drill a hole through here and attach it to the main arm. Bolt it all together, and then we'll check on the movement. First take with it all together, it's working very well. I'm really impressed. Usually this takes me a couple different tries, but I don't even have any mounts on this motor yet, and it's not really moving at all. So now the motor's in place, I put a strap across it. I used a zip tie too, going from one end to the other, just to keep it from sliding forward and back. It wasn't moving at all, but just in case when it's on the roof and it's windy. All right, next up is the power supply inside the Tupperware container. I got this one all set. As I was cutting the bottom with a razor blade, it unfortunately cracked, but hey, that's the dollar store for you. No big deal. Top's gonna go right there. I'll just duct tape the bottom, and this thing will still stay pretty dry. Now we're working on the legs, going all the way up here to his hip area. So I have a T coming down, branching out to 2 90s. And then we're going down to 2 more T's where his feet will be. For Santa's head, I have a Styrofoam head from Michaels. Comes white, so I'm painting it a skin tone color. I took some Naples yellow and mixed it with some light pink. So you get this color here. And now I'm applying it to Santa's face. Now with the eyebrows on Santa, he's looking a little bit like Mr. Clean. Gonna put a little red on the cheeks, and then we'll get this guy all decked out. With Santa's face all painted now, and I applied a spar urethane to protect the paint, I am now going to hot glue his glasses on, his hat, his hair, his beard, and then we'll see what it looks like afterwards. And Santa's looking a lot better now with all his accessories on. So here's Santa, pretty much all ready for his suit. We have the plastic chicken poultry netting, wire, whatever you want to call it, around his legs, his body. We got pool noodles on the arms. Santa is all suited up. His arm is working perfectly fine. Just got to get a glove on that hand and that hand there. We have his gift bag here, which is just a black construction bag that I filled up with dry leaves. So we got some good shape to it, and it's lightweight. Instead of going up on the roof to get the measurements for the PVC for the chimney, I'm going to do it down here on the ground where it's safe, just reversing the way everything's going to lay out so when it's up there, it's fitted properly. So if I come around the back here, I've gone and I cut a hole inside the in the suit actually to connect this PVC to a T, which is going to run out to this other T, which will then run out to these PVC braces I'm going to put around the chimney to keep Santa in place on the roof. So on those windy days, hopefully he's staying nice and secure based on what's wrapped around the chimney. I've gone and done the same thing on the bottom too, just to give Santa a little bit more stability. So from the base, I put a T in, and that's going to branch out to the bottom portion of the chimney and connect right there. Just got to spray paint this all black, and then we'll be set. He's just about set to go on the roof. Just to show you the gloves real quick, I fill these with bubble wrap to give them their shape. I use some zip ties to tie the wrist part to the PVC, and then I use a little hot glue on the Santa suit to the PVC to keep it in place. So right now I'm up on the roof. I got my PVC brackets around the chimney, one for the upper part of Santa, one for the bottom. And here is the final result. So I have a PVC arm going out to my spotlight, which shines on Santa at nighttime. I actually built a wooden ramp to kind of level Santa out due to the slope of the roof. And I just screwed the PVC into that wood. On the back side, you can see the PVC from the chimney that connects to Santa Claus. And then I have a couple of hooks in the wooden platform he is on with fishing line going to his body just to keep him sturdy. And I have one more line going on the other side of the roof with a weight to kind of keep him from leaning forward on really windy days. Please feel free to follow, like, and subscribe all my PropNet channels so you can see all my latest videos and tutorials that I put out there.